Hey, Marlene. Good afternoon. All right, friends. It's time to color. Hey, Melanie. I feel like I'm not straight on the screen. I guess I am. How is everyone today? Hello, hello. I'm a couple minutes early, so I'm waiting. Archie. Oh my gosh, the neighbor just came out with his dog. Tomorrow's trash day, you know, so everybody's got to take their trash out to the curb. So, of course, the neighbor comes outside with his doggie, and that sets Archie off. So, I'm straight, my background paper isn't. That's kind of funny. So, how is everyone? You guys liking this release? I'm totally loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. So, just to catch you up, the reason I'm coloring the Oak Fairy, Archie, honey. The reason I'm coloring the Oak Fairy is that she has been re-released in digital format. So I blew her up so that she's super big. This is essentially 5x7. And we're gonna color her. So, are you guys ready? Are you ready with coloring suggestions and all that kind of fun stuff? Because I am. I'm ready to do some fun coloring. I wonder if I turn it like... I'm so confused. Because on my camera this all looks straight, but on my screen it does not at all. There we go. Hey, Sharon. Okay, so let's start with skin tones. What color skin tone you want? He's putting his dog away, so Archie will stop barking. My apologies. So let's grab a couple of options. I have my color decks handy here. And let's go and find some skin tones and see what we think. All right, so these are Magnificent Mocha, Caramel Coffee, Lovely Latte, Magical Macchiato, Very Vanilla, could have swore I had another like super dark skin tone too that was really pretty, but I don't know where. Oh, there it is. Enchanting Espresso. Magical Macchiato. Okay, we can do that. You like that purple in there? I'm good with that. Okay, Magical Macchiato skin tone it is. So let's grab our BB00. Let's grab our E000, E00, E11, and E23. It is very pretty. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start with the E000, just like normal. And you guys probably want me to zoom in just a little bit. So, of course, I'm coloring on Sweet Sentiment paper. I like to color in sections when I'm coloring anything that is this large. So I'm going to start by just coloring her arms. Okay. We're going to take our BV00 and we're going to start putting in some shadow. If you look really close at photographs, a lot of the times the shadow looks to be kind of a purplish hue. That was my inspiration for this. It's funny this feels backwards because if you look at the one that I just colored, I colored it in the opposite direction. She was facing that way.
I colored it
Oops.
in the opposite direction.
Okay, so then we're going to go to our E23. Again, I'm going back into the shadow. I used that purple to kind of underpaint the shadow and tint this brown color. Coloring her fingers up from her wrist, her elbow pit, her armpit, where her body would leave a shadow, the shadow from her head and neck. I'm gonna come down this side. There we go. E11. Notice I'm still using short brush strokes to saturate the paper and to blend these two colors together. Well, three colors together because there's purple in there too. I just love the hue that the purple puts on this skin tone. This is the third color in my color blend, technically. So it is the true color of her skin, which means it is the color that she is without highlight and without shadow. So that's why I'm using more of it. I now have my E00. I love, love, love coloring super large images like this. I think Sandy does too. It's a lot of fun to really stretch yourself and kind of throw your heart and soul into a piece as large as this. You can put this like in your planner or in a scrapbook. You can frame it. There's a lot of different things that you can do with a larger piece like this. Back to my E000 to blend out those highlights. Okay, so I've done her arms. Now we're gonna go for the face. Are you guys ready? So get a good coat down of primer. Now we're going to go in with our purple. And we're going to add our shadows. As I'm doing this, be thinking about what hair color you would like to see her have. I love having you guys create this with me. So I never know what colors it's going to turn out, which I think is kind of fun. So think about hair color. I usually have a method, like I do skin and then hair, but it freaks a lot of people out, people that are my friends, and I show them in between because I don't generally do the eyes until the end. And so she kind of looks like a zombie for a while until I do the eyes. All right, so there's her shadow. Hi, Cameron. Is Tyler here to watch me color another fairy? Am I missing comments? Nobody's commenting, so I don't know. I hope you're feeling better. Tyler and I both love this oak fairy so much. And I think we're both super happy. Number one, that she's back, but number two, that she's back as a digital image, because now we can make her like super duper big. And I kind of want to color her full sheet. Like 8.5 by 11, full on color this fairy. All out. The new fairy that we released this weekend is called Fairy Tale. And she is absolutely stunning too. There's a lot of different kinds of cards you could use her on as well. I think that's part of the draw of fairies, is that there's so many different kinds of cards you can use them on. Contouring up her face just a little bit. Okay. Hi, Marlene. Hi, Cheryl. I'm so happy you guys are here. So we're coloring up our oak fairy. Part of why she came around is because I am originally from Northern California, and we have lots and lots of oak trees in Northern California, like old growth oak trees, super duper old. And matter of fact, I have one of them tattooed on my side. And so my cousin Lena and I used to always climb oak trees growing up. And I just have always loved hanging out underneath the oak trees. They don't grow as well here in Idaho. Not like they did in Northern California. In Northern California, they were huge. Okay, so now we have our E00. So again, you guys be thinking about hair color. What color you would like to see her hair. Does everybody have tomorrow off for President's Day? Nope, but I work from home, so you may as well. Awesome. I work from home too. A red gold. Whoa, Marlene, you're really trying to challenge me, aren't you? I want to add a little bit of rouge to her cheeks, so I'm going to find my R20. I'm going to add some pink. And then I'm going to blend that out with this E00. Okay, there we go. All right. Red gold. Okay, let me find my redheads. Raven. Here's my redheads. So, what are y'all thinking? I have copper, apple tart, red hot, cherry bomb, ginger snap, apple cider, and orange cream. I also have like this strawberry blonde. Hi, Teresa. And I have a peach sorbet too. So, what would y'all like? Which one? I kind of like this one. This one was copper. Orange cream, this one. We can do that one. Okay, so let's grab. Hi, Kirsten. Okay. Did you still want orange cream? Yeah, we'll just go for it. Why not? E18, E08, YR18, YR14, and YR21. All right, there we go. So, here we go. We're gonna color us some fairy hair. All right, so I start by finding the spots that I know would be in shadow. So the part of her hair generally is a little bit darker. And up from her ear. Man, this nib is terrible. It's like trying to color with a bullet nib. Okay. Down from her chin, where her body would leave a shadow. Okay, I'm gonna come into this curl here. And then down this way. One of the most important things to remember when you're coloring hair is always color in the direction that the hair would be growing. So you'll notice I curve my brush strokes around, change the direction of my paper a lot to make sure that they are going in the direction that her hair would be growing. So this back here behind her, okay, now we're going to come to this side. So again, her part. Underneath where her hair comes out. This direction. Under her face. Now, I generally just color straight through her wings because when I do her wings, I color directly over the top of it. So it does not phase me. I just color right on over the top of them. Okay, I'm gonna come up this direction. Gonna come up from this little crease right here. Okay, so that part's her dress. So I need to do this, otherwise I'm going to end up coloring her dress as her hair. It wouldn't be the first time. Okay. I'm going to come this direction from this curl. Once you get all the shadow done, the rest of it's gravy. But putting in your shadow is definitely the hardest part. But I love it. It's like putting together a puzzle for me. So it makes me happy. Did I miss anywhere? Hi, Meg. Hey, Joy. Thank you for posting the link to her. I'm all delink. Sometimes words are hard. Okay. So now we're going to go EO8. Now, you'll notice I didn't shadow this, mainly because it's so far forward. So I'm using this as my shadow color for it. I want it to look like it's in front of the rest of the hair. But I did see a spot in doing this that I didn't shadow, which is back here. Okay. Now notice when I'm doing her hair, I hold my pen almost vertically, which I know is probably a little bit frustrating for y'all because it makes it really hard to see what I'm coloring. But the more vertical you hold your pen, the thinner and finer you will get these brush strokes for her strands of hair. Okay. You'll also notice as I get further into coloring this, I always color over this leaf as well. So if I color over it, don't freak out. The further I get into this as well, the faster I will go with my marker, because your brain automatically wants to make patterns, and I don't want this to be a pattern. I want it to be as random as possible. So the faster you move, the less a chance your brain has to make a pattern. All right. Hi, Lauren. Nice to see ya. Thanks for joining us. So far, we are making a red-headed fairy. I want you guys to start thinking about dress color. What color you would like her dress to be. We can pick 2 or 3 colors if you really want, or just one color. I love this fairy. Lauren, she's digital right now. She's the oak fairy. Or if you were with me back in the day, she was a stamp set from a couple years ago. Look at how pretty she is. Greens and golds. What's everybody into gold right now? What's up with that? It would totally go with her hair though, just saying. Okay. It's fall's fault. You just bought her, Meg? Well, she doesn't have to be fall. She can definitely be spring or summer. Maybe if we color her spring, we will encourage spring to come to us. I am so tired of the cold. All right. So there we go. There's her hair. So have y'all come to a decision on the dress? Acorns fall in the summer though. Oh, you bought the stamp set of her. That's right. Yep. Okay, so what color dress did y'all decide? Cheryl, you're so sweet. Thank you. I think spring is starting here in San Antonio. I see new baby leaf. Oh, yay! Happy day for you. We do not have buds on our trees yet. It is still too cold. Of course, it's 47 today, so it's kind of flip-flop weather. Balmy. Oh my gosh, I just noticed there's a piece of her back that I did not color. So while you guys decide on a dress color, I'm going to color her back. Oh, thanks, Christy. Yes, digitals are great for changing size and direction. I need somebody to start throwing out a dress color though, so I know. Oops. It's the wrong end of that pen. Green and gold, pretty, but so is pink, like your nails. All right. Kirsten, you've given me an idea. Here we go. I just did one that's green and gold. That's why I'm hesitant, because the last fairy that I colored, here, let me grab her. If you guys didn't see the video, and I don't like to color things the exact same. So it's like green and gold and then into peach. So I don't want to color her the exact same with a green and gold dress as well. So that's why I'm like, let's do something different. Yeah, these are both on a regular printer. I printed them on half sheets. Yes, Joy, that's where I was going to go. Kirsten said pink, so I was going to do purple into pink. Or purple into pink, or something like that. So, we're going to start with some dark purple. I'm going to grab a purple out of here so you can see what I'm thinking of. Something akin to this. And then we're going to bring it into, I'm such a bad girl, I have not colored my pinks, all of my pinks yet. So they're here, but I'm going to bring it into this. Okay? So we're going to go V09, V17, V15, V12, and then I'm going to grab my BV00, which is already here. And then I'm going to go ahead and set up my other pinks. So I'm going to grab these and these because we're going to kind of color morph it down. So RV69, RV66, RV17. These color cards are super handy. If you guys don't have them, they are in the shop. I love my color cards. As you can tell, I use them very often. 14, 13, 20, 21, and 10. Where's my 10? There it is. All right. They are super duper handy. Super duper. All right, so let's zoom back in for you guys. So I'm going to start with the dark purple up here because it contrasts the most with her hair, and then we're going to bring it down into the pink. The leaves will all be greens, so we should be good to go. So I like to start my dark purples with my BV29. I like to start almost all of my colors with my BV29, if I'm being honest. It is one of my most favorite Copic markers because it is such a chameleon. And it does so many things. If you put it next to red, it looks red. If you put it next to green, it looks green. If you put it next to blue, it looks blue. It's very, very cool. So I tend to use this marker a lot. So we're going to color in the bodice of her dress. And then we're going to come down here into the first part of the skirt. Like that. It's 10 degrees there. Oh my gosh. Ew, Kirsten, that's terrible. Yuck. Can you tell I'm like a summer person? I really like summer. Kirsten doesn't live too far away from me either. But she has more elevation than me, so she gets a lot colder. Okay. I know, right? How could they be so different? Because, ooh, you're coloring the scarab. I love the scarab. Yeah, it's 47 here. But I'm down in the valley, so we trap the warmth down here. Thank goodness. Because where you're at, that's just too dang cold. Forget that noise. Okay. Brr, no thank you. I don't like the cold. I am not a like the cold person. Just like with the hair, I'm curving the dress around as well. It does make a difference. Okay. It's a pretty color of purple. I really like it. So now we're going to go into our next color, and that's why I've left this kind of uneven and stuff, because I want that next color to flow right in. So I'm going to start with my RV69, and I'm going to come around, I'm going to put the shadow. I'm going to shadow this in just like if I was using this purple still. And I'm just going to kind of pick my end point. Okay. So I want this whole center section to be this color. I actually think I'm going to go as far down as this leaf here. So we're going to come all the way down here. Okay, so we're going to color that whole section. It's looking pretty. Lost my hard drive and all the thousands of digits that I had. I do not have a physical copy of. Oh no, Kirsten. You're like the third person I've heard of that happening to really recently. Like within the last few days recently. I'm so sorry. Ugh. To me, that's just devastating because that's a lot of money. And you don't always have proof of all of them because some of the companies, or access to get them back, because some of the companies have likely gone out of business or, you know, are no longer making them or don't have records of your purchase that far back. Things like that. Let me know, Kirsten, if you need any of the ones from the classes and stuff that you got from me, because I do have those. And I would be happy to replace them for you. I know that's a very small drop in the bucket, but absolutely devastating. I hate when that happens. But like I said, it sounds like it's been happening a lot lately. And what are we supposed to do? Back up our backups? Like, ugh, it just seems crazy. So I'm just coloring away here. We're bringing these pinks in. We're bringing them up to that purple. And then we will marry those two colors together. Hopefully I'm still on the screen. It's always weird when you zoom in because you don't know exactly how far you have to move around on your desk. And like I said, I'm a hugger. I like to hug whatever I'm working on. So doing videos like this is kind of tough for me anyways because I'm not able to get right on top of my work like I normally do. But that's okay. I like doing these videos because I think you all enjoy them. I hope you all enjoy them. My favorite way that you color marrying two different colors together. Yes. It's super fun. Okay, so we take this light pink and we bring it all the way up into this purple. Because Copic colors actually layer, they don't blend. It's kind of a misnomer. So we're taking this lightest color, we're bringing it all the way up. I'm also going to bring it down here some because we're going to use it as a base for our next set of colors. Okay, and then I'm going to leave this pen handy, but I'm going to come back to my previous lightest color and we're going to bring this color down over the top of that pink. To really make those come together. We're also going to fix Jamie's boo-boo, where she colored outside of the lines. Don't mind me, it's all good. Okay. Then I take that pink and I go up one more time. And that makes a pretty seamless transition. You could watch all day. Melanie, you love watching me color. You guys are so sweet. All right, so now we're going to go for our bright pink. You guys ready for this? RV14, here we go. All right, so in my brain, it's easier to come from the bottom, so I'm gonna come up this direction. See, Lauren, hang out with us, girl. You learn all the cool tricks here. Coloring around all of these little leaves. Just so you guys are aware, this RV14 is notorious for being a bleeder. So be really careful when laying this color down on your paper because it is for sure a bleeder. I don't know what it is about the pigment in this color or what. But we got a bleeder. Now I gotta make heads and tails of where this skirt goes. Okay. We're gonna put some shadow underneath this leaf. Okay. Let's see, where am I missing? I'm missing this part. Okay. Are we good? I think we're good. I'm gonna add a little bit of shadow here. I'm sure I'll find somewhere that needs shadow, but I think that's good. All right, now we start blending. I better take both caps off right now before I have a uh-oh. I do not want to uh-oh. You guys are all being super quiet now. You were talking to me. Joy, where's my peanut gallery? Come on now. Some of you I expect it because I know you well enough that you're being quiet. But some of you are talkers. Where are my talkers at? You're enthralled. You had to take a call. Tell them that's not okay. Unacceptable. No phone calls while you're watching coloring. I like adding this R20 to this color blend because it really makes it that kind of peachy color. A little bit like salmon-y instead of just pink. And that makes me happy. It is a little bit tough to blend, though. I will tell you that. Marlene, that is really familiarity with your medium. So if you, I mean, I'm using the same paper y'all use, assuming you guys are using Sweet Sentiment coloring paper. I'm using the same paper y'all are using, and all the things. But the difference between you and me is I have spent thousands of hours with these markers in my hands. And so the way I kind of equate it is, so you know, like people who have like 3 or 4 or 5 kids, and they know the personalities of every child, or like school teachers, they know like what every kid in their class would do given a certain situation. And I know that about my markers. So given a certain situation, I know that this same R20 that I used for her cheeks will take on a much more pink hue than if I put it next to a pink like this, where it's going to look more orange or yellow. So it's just familiarity with your medium. I have spent a lot of time with these markers, and I know what they're going to do in a given situation. So that's why that blending looks like it's so seamless for me, because I practiced. I know how these are going to react with one another. So this RV21 is actually kind of a little bit darker than this R20. And so when I layer this up, it's going to take the peachy, like any of that yellow tone out of that 20 and make it that soft pink color as opposed to orangey. Also, because it has that little bit of violet in it, it's an RV instead of just an R. So R is red and RV is red violet. So it has those different pigments in it. So I know what it's going to do. I know how it's going to react with that R. R like a pirate. But you also notice that I go over this several times, and I'm not like coloring. I'm putting brush strokes on here like this is a paintbrush. And that's a big difference between beginning colorists and people who have spent so much time with this type of medium. Is a beginning colorist will take this marker and they will color like that. And a person who's really familiar will go like this. And then they'll come back if they want it darker and they'll layer it up. And then if they want it darker, they'll layer it up again. Where a beginning colorist wants to do it all at one time. So that's part of the difference that you're seeing in that, Marlene. So this color, this RV10, it's RV10, and it has so much of the colorless blender in it that I'm actually not necessarily using it to color the paper, but I'm using it to shove the other pigment around, kind of using it like a colorless blender. So I'm using it to create the highlights. I'm taking that darker pigment and I'm pushing it out of the highlights. Okay, so then I'm going to go back and I'm going to take this RV63. We're going to bring this down so that we can marry these colors together. We're going to bring this color over the top of that. And there we go. I got lazy and didn't take both caps off my Geo9 just a couple of minutes ago. Now I know why you guys were stressing the importance of taking them off. Yes. So there you go. Pretty cool? Pretty cool? You guys like that? All right. So I'm going to start with E8-9 to do the stems. Sometimes you can catch it, Lauren. If you are watching your nib, you can actually see it get super juicy before it goes to drip, and you can catch it before that happens. But again, that's familiarity with your marker. So pay attention to your markers. You can see your nibs start to get super saturated and super juicy. Okay. All right. So I would like for all of you to share this video. And you do that by clicking on the share button. There's like a little arrow. One person who shares this video, I will send this fairy to. I will sign it and mail it to you. So share the video, and then I will let you know who wins. Hola from gymnastics. Is Sandy still with you? And Cheryl, this is open to you too. I know you're in Canada, but that's okay. So if you share the video, your name will be entered to win. And you have to share it to like your wall, not the Sweet Sentiment wall, because it's already live in Sweet Sentiment. I'm sorry, but I know some people share it directly to Sweet Sentiment, and that doesn't make any sense. Thank you, Kirsten. Your name will be entered to win. Ooh, Kirsten, you'd love a fairy, huh? Fairy is right up your alley. I think you like fairies. I think that's what you told me. So remember, there is no live tomorrow unless one of the design team members ends up going live. Because I'm doing Floral Fridays now instead of doing lives on. Yay, Lauren shared it. Where is the share button? I think there's 3 little buttons, like 3 little dots at the top right. I don't know because I have a Mac and it could be very different than yours. Also, it depends on if you're watching on your phone or your tablet or your desktop. Sometimes it's at the bottom. Colored image swap. Okay, so there's that. Now I'm gonna grab some colors for the acorns themselves. My parents are coming over for dinner tonight. Does anybody have plans tonight? I think that since my kid is out of school tomorrow and my husband doesn't work tomorrow, we might go out to ice cream, which sounds absolutely amazing to me. I like going out to ice cream. Not part of my diet at all. Thank you, Cheryl. What do we have? We're having pizza. Not anything super special, Lauren. We're just having pizza. So we decided, my husband and I decided that we were going to do like, date nights and like once a month go out and like have a cocktail and an appetizer and, just hang out and date again like we used to. And then we realized that if you go out and you have a cocktail, like you both have a cocktail and then an appetizer, that it's like $30-40. And you could go to the liquor store and buy like all the mixers and everything and have a whole liquor cabinet like full. And I don't know if I have like the wrong calling in my life or what, but I love mixing drinks. Hi, Marisol. Don't forget to share the video, you guys. If you want to enter to win this, share the video. So anyways, I think mixing cocktails is super duper fun. So I'm telling you this story, Lauren, just to, for funsies. So I think mixing cocktails is wicked fun, and I decided that I would just buy the mixers and we would stay home because I like to stay home. So then my parents were like, well, we could come over and like once a month we could do like pizza and cocktails. Right? They're ridiculously expensive. So we could do like pizza and cocktails for the 5 of us. And, I invited and shared a link, but not sure that I did it right. Meg, we're gonna say that that's good enough. So, good job, Meg. It counts. So, anyways, in light of all the expensive cocktail scenarios out there, I'm just gonna make cocktails, and my parents are gonna come over like once a month, and we're gonna play a couple games of cards and eat some pizza and be money way ahead, but still have that, kind of like we got to hang out and do something special. And yeah, so there you go. There's my theory behind it. Plus I get to be creative and try new cocktails, which I don't know that I would do if we went out. I would probably just have a glass of wine and call it a night. So this way I can have some fun too and be creative. So tonight we're gonna have something super tropical. So I like to color like 3 or 4 leaves at a time, and then switch colors. Diet Pepsi and crushed ice. There ain't nothing wrong with that cocktail, girl. Nothing. I'm not like a heavy drinker. I don't do well with a lot of alcohol, but I like to sip and taste drinks. I really like the flavor of rum. I really like the flavor of wine. So I don't drink to get like intoxicated or even buzzed or anything like that. I really like the flavors. And so that's what's neat to me. Root beer, no ice. So, yeah, so I like a cocktail or two. Usually not two, but sometimes two. I mostly drink wine. I have 3 beverages in my life: wine, water, and coffee. Do you like cream soda, Meg? My go-to these days is sweet tea. Sometimes I feel adventurous and I add peach. Whoa, Tammy. Whoa. Don't forget to share if you want to enter to win this that I'm coloring right now. And I might have to go before I'm even finished because my parents will be here. And as you just heard, I'm expected to mix cocktails. I probably would have made a great bartender because I don't care to drink, but I love to mix the cocktails. And I like making people happy. And a lot of times when people drink, they get happy. I like cream soda, like just randomly out of the blue for no reason. Sometimes I really like cream soda. But I'm not much of a soda person. Oops, I'm probably not on the screen. I'm not very much of a soda person at all. I don't like the carbonation. I am a big fan of sweet tea, though. Tammy, you and I can sit on the porch and drink sweet tea. Oh my gosh, wouldn't that be so fun, Tammy? We're like, Tammy and I are like super extroverted introverts. Like, it takes a while to get to know us, and then we're your best friend ever. I love Diet Pepper cream soda, but very hard to... Oh, it's all over the place up here. Blech. Rum and ginger ale. Glass of wine with dinner. And sadly, the next day I had a wicked hangover. Lauren, that's what happens after you turn 40. What book are we reading? Oh, man. We are reading... Tammy, did you ever read Furiously Happy? I really want you to read that. Yuck. You guys like that yucky stuff. I don't like Dr. Pepper. I don't like anything cherry. I had a horrible experience with cherry cough syrup as a kid, so anything that's cherry flavored, like, really turns me off. Like, even cherry scented stuff is like, hard pass. It's a no-go for me. Yep. Carbonated marshmallows. Never heard Pepsi described like that. My husband used to be like a hardcore Pepsi fan, and now he's Coke. He likes Coke better. Okay, let's start the debate. I want to know, is it soda or is it pop? Yeah, I don't like any Dr. Peppers. I like the song, which I can't sing because Facebook flags your video. Hey, Lauren, did you read Furiously Happy yet? I think I told you and Tammy to both read it. Oh my gosh, it's the best. Pop soda. Okay, so do a lot of people call it Coke? Does anybody call it Coke? So I have a question for you then. If I were to say, I need you to go downstairs and get me a Coke, and you went downstairs and all they had was Pepsi, but I asked you to get me a Coke, would you still get a Pepsi? Because it's Coke? Or would you not? Would you come back empty-handed? Nope, nope. Oh my gosh. So what about like RC Cola? That's the same too. See, I think like Coke and Pepsi and RC Cola, anything that's like the Coke flavored, you know, like the soda flavored whatever that is, I would grab it. I would totally grab it. Who drinks that? Because I would be like, they didn't have Coke, but they have Pepsi. And that should do in a pinch, right? That's crazy. Oh my gosh. That so many of you would not get the Pepsi instead of the Coke. So crazy. Pepsi is not Coke, yes. Yes, RC Cola is, yes, dark pop, yeah. But see, like, root beer is dark pop, too. Pepsi is sweeter than Coke. See, I'm with you, Tammy. Pepsi is not Coke, and I wouldn't drink the Pepsi. You wouldn't drink the Coke, so you'd drink the Pepsi, but not the Coke. But, like, if I was really craving something, and I was like, hey, get me a pop, or hey, get me a soda, or hey, get me a Pepsi, or whatever. That's crazy. Thanks, Lauren. I like to be a little crazy and throw in, ooh, this is a super juicy marker. Throw in some of the Bee Gees. Not like the singing group Bee Gees. I almost sang and then they would have flagged my video again. It's so hard for me to not bust into song. Because I'm very fluent in Disney song lyrics. No, Tammy, we can be friends because we drink the opposite same things. Like Sandy does not drink coffee, but I don't drink soda. So I don't drink her soda, she doesn't drink my coffee. It works out perfect. So if you like the opposite things of me, the only thing that's a hard pass for me is if you like fish. Because I think that's one of my anxiety triggers for some reason. Every time I smell seafood, I have a seizure. Crazy, I know. Super weird. But every time I smell seafood, I have a seizure. Oh, really? Melanie is my Disney buddy? Good. I'm all about it. I like having Disney buddies. All right. This guy, one of the neighbors has his hot rod out and he like stopped in front of the house. Like he couldn't find the gear or something that he was trying to get into. So what about all of the ones that are like Sprite and 7-Up? Are those interchangeable? Yeah, I hate seafood too. I know you eat fish, but you don't eat fish around me, so we're okay. You're sensitive to the fact that it's a trigger for me, so we're all good. You can come here and then you can go out with my husband. You guys can go eat seafood together. No? Okay, so Sprite and 7-Up and Squirt. They're all very similar. I think Sprite and 7-Up can be interchangeable, but Squirt cannot be. Debate. I've used pretty much all my greens, people, coloring all these leaves. Everybody that's here, have you shared this video? If you want to be entered to win, you got to share the video. Do you love how she's still a zombie? So is Squirt. Oh, Fresca too. You're right, Kirsten. 7-Up and Sprite both work when you're sick. They're like the same thing. 7-Up and Sprite are both for when you're sick. Right. Marisol, you're right. Oh, wait. Isn't there like Mellow Yellow, or is Mellow Yellow... Now, see, I don't know. This is my northern in me. But isn't Mellow Yellow more like Mountain Dew? We don't even have Mellow Yellow up here. Just in case y'all are wondering. Is there different soda in Canada? Oh, Sierra Mist. You're right, Lauren. Sierra Mist is another one. For sure. See, there's all these like lemon lime sodas. I do like ginger ale, but ginger ale is a total different thing. Oh my god. So I tried Big Red. I love Mountain Dew. Pass on Mellow Yellow. Marisol, I tried Big Red while I was in Texas last time. And that's a hard pass for me. Big Red is like melted Jolly Ranchers. Liquid Jolly Ranchers. That's what Big Red is to me. Not my thing at all. Oh, my parents are here. You guys, I almost finished her. Almost. We'll see if we can get my mom to come in while I'm finishing her up. Hey, Bear. They brought their baby dog. There she is. Okay, so all we have left to do is her eyes and her wings. Are you guys ready? I have a really great combo for wings. Hey, Mom. Iridescent wings. Yeah, Big Red is a total... Yeah, it's kind of bubblegummy, but...
Yes.
Hey, I'm live, so people want you to say hi.
Hi, people.
See, this is all the people commenting right here.
No.
You're famous.
Why?
Because you make the granola bars and all this stuff.
Tammy and
There's
Kirsten
Lauren and Kirsten and
Melanie.
like Melanie. Cheryl's in Canada.
Oh,
Yeah, Meg's here.
hi Meg. Hi everyone.
People are totally fighting over the bags that you made for the release.
Silly.
They think they're awesome.
Oh, good. I'm glad they like them. But
So we're almost done with this. Look, we're coloring this fairy.
oh, that's cute.
Isn't she pretty?
Pretty, pretty, pretty.
If I can find what marker I wanted to use. But I left her eyes. I haven't colored them yet, so she looks like a zombie.
Oh. So you're still live right now, huh?
Yeah, I'm live right now. We were trying to finish before you guys came over for dinner because I told them I had to mix drinks.
Oh.
So tell Dad not to have a beer or anything or wine because I have plans for us.
Our plans for you to finish up so we can have one.
Right? Exactly. It won't take me very long. I'm probably about 5 minutes away from finishing up. Julie doesn't know I'm live because she's feel the need to come here and we can color. I feel you need. Hi, Jamie's mom.
Hi.
She's Canadian, so it's mum, not mom.
Why do I say hi? They don't know who it is.
Yeah, they can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Hi, everyone.
Yep, they can hear you. My microphone's right here, so. All right. So I think that her eyes are going to be green.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's a good color for her eyes. She's
Yeah.
a redhead, so she should have green eyes.
Yeah. That'd be pretty.
And then I take my... Ooh, that's the big one. I don't want that one. That would be bad. That would be really bad. So then I take my 0.3 and I put little pupils in her eyes like this. The fine, fine details.
Got big enough coffee here?
Yeah, almost. Almost. This is a white gel pen. This is my Pear Blossom Press white gel pen. And so I put a little spot in her eyes so that it looks like the sun is reflecting. It kind of makes them look liquidy. I'm also going to add some highlights to the acorns. I was just telling them how this fairy came about because we had big oak trees in our yard, and how Idaho just doesn't have as big of oak trees.
No.
Like they grow here, but not big like they were. This is a jelly roll, and this is one of the like Starlight ones. So it's got clear carrier solution, except for I grabbed the white one. Don't mind me. This is the one I'm looking for. It's got clear carrier solution, and then it has a whole bunch of glitter in it. So what I do is I put it on here, and then in order to not see the lines, I use my finger to kind of spread them out. And this will make it super glittery without having all those striations in her wings. But you kind of have to do it quick. Otherwise, the lines stay. I'm sure there's other things I can do this with, but I just always use this pen because I have it in my Copic case, so it goes everywhere with me. So again, familiarity with your medium, I just learned how to use this pen. Hi, Dad.
Oh.
He can say hi.
Hi.
He always pops on, and people say hi to him when he pops on. They think it's...
Say hi, ladies.
Yeah, I don't think I have any men on right now. But they think it's cool that my dad watches my videos. Sandy always thinks it's so nice that you watch my videos and her videos. She's like, your dad was on my video today. So there you go. And now you can see the glitteries.
Finish it.
Meg says, hi, Dad. Lauren says, hello.
Hello.
Kirsten, Wink Estella will actually smear your markers. So Wink Estella would work great for her wings, but not anywhere else on her dress. It wouldn't work out super well. So, okay. So then since I finished this, somebody gets to win this.
Oh.
I will go ahead and sign it. We'll put the year on it. And I will go and research whoever shared this video, and we will draw a name, and we will post it tonight with our cocktails. So I will have one of my parents draw the name so that it's not biased. But we'll just put pieces of paper in a hat or in a cocktail glass. Hey, and draw the name for you guys. So there you go. There's your oak fairy. Happy eating. Meg says, mine. She wants it. Teresa says, good luck, everyone. Marlene says, fabulous. Cheryl says, hi, Dad. Cheryl says, I have to have this. She is beautiful. Amazing. Hi. All right, guys.
It's very
Thank you. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you next weekend. Toodles.